Ready?
Yep.
One more. Okay.
Oh, I gotta open in this one.
That stupid axle tube.
Yeah. It may have to turn to where the original catch, because I can't really catch it here. So
Might be able to knock it out of there once it gets there.
there we go.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that worked out good.
Welcome back to Fix Dish, everybody. Bringing to you today a 23 Shuttlewagon. This is a model 420. We are going to be resealing this rear axle. It's leaking between the spindle shaft and the axle tube. So we got to take off the rear tire, final drive, and the whole hub assembly with the brakes and everything. And ended up finding a fun little surprise as to why it was leaking. That's the Milwaukee's Gen 2, the 2860/420 3/4. And looking at, for me, this is a 420 model. As soon as you bump up to the 525, the tires get significantly larger. Give you an idea of the size of tire. The 315/80 R22.5. Alright, so the reason why I'm here is this perpetual leak. And it's leaking from this area right here. This is where the flange meets, and I can't tell if it's leaking up, like where the axle seal comes out, because I can't see in there very good. They're very tight. So I'm just gonna take off the whole hub, and then the axle, and see what we find. Got all these bolts swung off here, and then you'll notice there's a, if you can see it, there's a threaded hole, and it's the same as the bolts that you pull out of there. That way you can push off the axle to drain it. So got that draining now. And we'll wipe this kind of clean here.
You haven't set anything up with pumps yet, right?
Nope. Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get that in this view.
For those of you not aware what I'm doing, I'm wiping off the ring gear of the planetary drive system. So there's an axle sitting here in the background, and that has the sun gear attached to it. And then when I pulled that cover off the front of it, it had the planetary carrier and the little planets on it. So this is called a planetary drive system, and it exponentially increases the torque output from the driven gear. This is all brokered loose. Caliper's off next, and this whole piece comes off. Yeah, that's so much work.
For zero reason. Bring a small board to put on the outside.
Yeah, I do. So, get this pulled off here. There's the hub. All my parts. We'll replace those seals because we're already here. But we're gonna reseal this guy right here. So we gotta wing all those bolts off. Okay. Yeah, someone's definitely been in this. These things don't get this much RTV. This thing is just slathered in it. Loose.
Ridiculous.
Okay. So the problem we've ran into here is this has been resealed 2 separate times. Still leaks. And I found bolts that were loose. And what I was worried about is the flange is not flat or there being a gap. So what I've done here is bolted this up and then sticking a shim in the flange to see if there's tolerance, which I started with this one. You can see I marked it. I started with this one over in this position. Whoops. I started with this one over in this position, and I could fit a 2/1000 shim in there, but nowhere else. And then I clocked it, bolts in the same position, checked again, and I can get a 2/1000 in there as well. Did it 2 more times, and this is the only orientation where I can barely fit a 1.5 thou in here. The theory is that the axle tube, because it's in the same location that it's having excessive gap, that the axle tube is not perfect. Now 1.5 thou or 2 thou, that's not very much. So I'm reasonably certain it's fine enough that probably the last person that worked on it didn't torque these down as much as they probably could have. So I feel good enough about saying that we can go ahead and seal this up. Plus the other thing is they used RTV, and RTV is not the appropriate sealant for this type of setup. They should be using anaerobic, anaerobic. And I went ahead and measured the depth of this. This little artifact that you see here is nothing. Measured this down here. Checked a bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's nothing that indicates anything or any reason why this shouldn't seal. So we're gonna go ahead and get this super uber clean. Get this uber clean, and we're gonna run anaerobic and cinch that down. And then also got new hardware just in case our old hardware is stretched. Here we are, gonna Get this sucker all sealed up with the forbidden strawberry sauce. And I think what I'm going to do is put a bead, a nice thick bead, all the way around the flange. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go around each one of these. Now, if I remember right, in reading the anaerobic sealant, this will seal up to 50 thou. Let's see if I can do this without effing it up. Feel pretty good about that right there. Oops. Now the next part's reasonably funny because I didn't know I was being recorded. Shelby went ahead and started recording. I had no idea. But anyways, I'm using the torque wrench because it goes up to 250, but the bolts are getting torqued up to about 300. And I do have a larger torque wrench than this one. However, it's so long you can't get it in the wheel well. So I just used my 250 torque wrench to know that I was in the ballpark, and then I went beyond it.
It holds so much. Wrench is
Ready?
pinched in there
1,
now.
2, 3.
Yeah, you're fine. Wrench is pinched, so you can do whatever you want.
Ready?
Yep.
One more. Okay.
Oh, I gotta open in this one.
That stupid axle tube.
Yeah. It may have to turn to where the wrench will catch because I can't really catch it here. So
Might be able to knock it out of there once it gets there.
there we go.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that worked out good. Well, you know, we have to take out half of them.
Let's see here if this will work.
Okay, I got it, but I'll show up one day. I'm gonna put on this bed. The bad thing is, I love those blue gloves.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're cheap too.
They're super thin. These ones, you go from the blue ones to the black ones. The black ones are just that much thicker.
Yeah.
I don't like them. But I would feel bad if
Okay, got that out. Let's see, which was the right way? That's the right way.
Does it? Is it really?
Mhm.
Are you sure?
Mhm. Is this lined up? It is. Watch the internet freak out because I'm hitting the seal with the metal hammer.
Could have got you a dead bro. Or is this actually bad to do or no?
If you don't know what you're doing, yeah.
Should I have gotten you a dead bro?
There you go. And just make it flush all the way around. That way you know this is concentrically square. Yep. And then just want a little bit of looby doob.
Did it consent?
And then put that board back in there.
Up a little bit more.
Consented like Diddy.
But when I'm swinging it. These feel uneven.
My favorite is the drilling hammer. I love the drilling hammer.
And the 2-pounder is perfect. The 3-pounder is just a little bit too heavy.
Shit, about fell and died.
How'd you do that?
That oil back there.
The 3-pounder for me is just it's not heavy, but the 2-pounder feels
It's harder
more
to
natural.
swing.
2-pounder's like perfect. If that hammer ever breaks, I'm gonna go buy a new one the day it breaks. I don't even care. Although that's probably warranted, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's a hand tool. Just like that.
First try.
I don't know if that's all in or not. Oh, hell no.
I'm gonna go back there and try to do something.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded good.
Yep, it's all the way on now. Okay. That's all the way in. Now the nut goes on. The nuts.
What's that yellow thing?
It's a dowel.
For the jam nut?
No, it's gonna stick into this housing.
Oh.
See it? Actually, will you go throw that in the parts washer real quick? Thank you.
They'll have a hydrostat motor inside, but then on the axle they'll just have a just like what you got there, just a full gear and planetaries.
Nailed it.
No.
All right. Got the hub back on. Had to fill it back up. Brake caliper back on. Brake line on. Got it bled. So now we just gotta fill up the gear oil. Put the tire on. All right, there we go.
We'll see you next time on Fixed Ish.